Jaden, Jaden, this one's on you. I did a ready check in everything. I let everyone know.
I'm sorry, it's not my fault.
It is 100% your fault. You're supposed to be a fucking pro gamer.
Now, gentlemen.
Wait.
Daddy's just gonna sit here and drink his wine and then pour out some rum.
What does that make me? Phil, if you're daddy, what does that make me?
Shut up, Phil. Don't answer that.
Jaden glasses going off.
Thank you, Jaden. Good save, Jaden. Fucking aces.
I think I accidentally fucked up my title. We're on episode 5.
Yeah, Mom. I guess.
Isn't that crazy? Episode 5. No way.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a solid month.
You fucking used Comic Sans.
I did use Comic Sans. I told you I was going to use Comic Sans.
Wait. I need to see
what? It's going to stay there.
This man was warned that he would be murdered.
Did he listen?
Come at me,
now
Australian.
the mace battle is happening.
Oh, I will.
Of course I use Comic Sans. Why not? It's a cool font.
Huh?
Yeah.
We are live, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that is the best title I've ever seen in my life.
Give the bot a minute.
No announcement, Discord.
Yes,
yeah, it takes a minute. Sometimes it'll take up to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing Guild Wars 2 earlier, and someone was like, "Are you going to be live tonight?" I'm like, "We're going to do the podcast, and then I'll do the giveaway stream." And they're like, "Oh my god, a podcast!" I did. I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's
yes." Or instead of giveaway stream, we could play Among Us to make up for last night. We could see if my new computer doesn't have a minute delay on playing.
Nope. Gypsy, fucking Jaden doesn't. They're both Judd names. Jaden doesn't.
Jaden, are you traumatized?
Jaden's
yes.
You keep mistaking Gypsy
even
for
though I was like
everyone else.
I mistake everyone for everyone else except for Phil.
You're really that traumatized from playing Among Us with us, Jaden?
Yes, it was big scary.
Big scary.
Jaden, it would have been better if you hadn't lost your shit every time someone accused you.
I don't know what to do. I just hey, scream. That'll do something maybe.
Hey, look, the announcement went up. We're live. Hey.
Phil made the announcement.
Oh, well.
Officially.
Fuck the bot.
Yeah.
Fucking bot.
What time
this is like the second. 8:43. We're about 43 minutes late, and that one's on me. Something came up. Out of my control.
It is 43 minutes later.
Yeah, that's it. 8 o'clock.
Yep, that was out of my control. I apologize for that.
That's
time flies, doesn't it?
I was the only one on time.
You were the only one on the time. All right, so welcome, last season lads, ladies and gentlemen, females and males. And this is podcast number 5, Impulse Squared, CasterSquared. Phil came up with the name. Fucking Phil's a badass. Big shout out to Phil. I am No Shaman. I am your host, No Shaman with the Impulse Squared. Super proud to be a part of this. It's fucking awesome. We made it a month. We're 1 month of podcasts.
1 month. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Episode 5.
We made plans to do something and we stuck to it. Hooray, we're adults.
Look at how many fingers I'm holding up. That's how many episodes we're on.
We're this many.
Yeah.
This many weeks old.
Now, per the norm, I am joined by Impulse Squared founder, leader, and team motivator over on my right hand side. Introduce yourself, my brother.
I am apparently the guy who has Jake's slobber all over my crotch right now. Yeah, hi, I'm Phil Millennial.
Oh shit. Hi, Phil.
The number of times I've regretted doing the podcast. I want to teach Brandy how to stream so that that way I can sit something out.
Damn. You love this podcast and you know
you want to leave her with me? That's a dumb idea. Either she's gonna go back to you used or she's gonna go back to you abused. That is not a good idea.
No. Bad Phil.
I'm just gonna sip on my G Fuel, hope to God that I get myself a sponsor and be on my way.
And I am also joined by, over there on the bottom right hand corner on my screen, Kayla. I'd say introduce yourself, but I just said your name. Go ahead and talk about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm also moderator Lady Stormwind in the chat. I do lots of the behind the scenes shit here at Impulse, including working on the website and working on deving some of our first games.
Okay, cool. And down south on my crotch.
I am Jaden, aka Bored to Entertain and or Big Frosty. Streamer, YouTuber, other
Okay,
stuff.
cool. Let's move along.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Frosty, that like you remind me of some of the skins for the redneck NPCs in San Andreas.
Hey, Phil, you're gonna have to get off my property, or else I'm gonna take my AK and I'm gonna shove it in your goddamn ass.
Thing. Yeah.
No, Phil, he'd have a mullet, and that hat wouldn't say Vans. It'd be for some real cheap ass beer.
It'd be the American flag. It'd be the American
or
flag
American
one.
flag. Mm-hmm.
Lager.
And it would have a curve.
And I would not be wearing
it would be the curve.
joggers. I'd be wearing jeans.
I actually have a hat that I wanted to wear. Kayla, have you seen my favorite hat yet? I love hats. I'm a hat guy.
I'm afraid.
Is it the Creed one? Yeah, it's a Creed one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That was on the podcast last time.
Before it became shit, Assassin's Creed was my franchise. It was like as surprising as that may be.
As I work on losing weight some more, Jake, I'll start wearing nerdy clothes. It'll be great.
Oh my.
It'll be tastefully nerdy stuff. Like I have a sweater that's got the Captain Marvel stripes on it. And...
Nice. So, boom, Assassin's Creed, and it's Assassin's Creed 3. I got motherfucking counted up on that shit.
God, I know it's.
I ain't got shit under mine. I should have it so it like says "fuck you" under here, and I can just be like, "Oh bam."
Yeah, I love this hat. I loved it. I love this hat. It's got the dude on it, and he's like taking his tomahawk to the red coat, and it's badass.
Yes.
Not again.
What's he screaming about?
My wife let the dog in. Every
Philip,
stream.
what are you doing?
Not every stream. I'm taking him out with me. Come on. Come on, I got treats. Let's go.
Phil, scream if you're okay.
Damn, he's excited now. Little Raz.
He's not okay.
I love Raz. No, Phil's not okay. All right, so first order of business. Why is Phil a bitch?
Look, I'm
So
always a
many
bitch
reasons.
because I have shit to do, all right? And this, by the way, is an Assassin's Creed jacket.
I have one in my I have one in my closet.
All right, hold on.
I do have one in my closet. It's badass.
No,
Okay,
my mom absolutely hates this jacket, and she's like, "Why
I
are you
love
wearing purple? Like, what? It's such a fucking girly color." It's like, what?
It's the color of
Your
royalty.
mother.
Shit.
Okay, since we're showing off all of
Caleb,
our
bear in
cool
mind that
items,
his mother
I have
is like-
a pet Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Kidda, bear in mind that Phil's mother is pushing like 70 or something. Like, we can't expect too much of her.
Whatever. Keep this here. Nicolas Cage is with us. We can interview him and stuff now. So
So, Nicolas
Oh,
Cage,
yes,
what's it like being inferior to Phil?
Nick Cage, you know the first movie that I ever saw you in.
I'm sorry. That's huh?
Phil stopped himself. I've
Okay.
never seen him think before. That is amazing.
If someone put the like little scroll wheel on.
Whatever I had to say has been completely disarmed by Jaden just going, "Bees!"
Oh God, the bees!
Speaking of bees, I came up with a random list of nerd culture type stuff. It's not going to be all related to video games this time, as we're starting to branch out a little bit. I'm running out of ideas.
All right, Billy.
Item number 4:
mean-
established
Yeah, hold up the
podcast
page.
discussion points.
I was
Yes, go
going
ahead.
to say, Jake, we could always at some point talk about some of the big acquisitions that happened.
The acquisition
Activision,
of Blizzard.
well, Activision Blizzard now goes to Microsoft, and Bungie
Yep.
now goes to Sony.
Did a switch
Ooh, did you hear
Yeah.
that Sony stock dropped by like something like 22% or something like that?
Yeah, done.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's insane. And
But
like the company's worth is approximated at about like 40 some odd billion, and Blizzard was acquired for nearly 70 billion. I'm just like, damn.
Wait, that would have been Microsoft stock, not Sony, because Microsoft got
Oh yeah.
Activision Blizzard.
No,
Yeah.
Microsoft is way the fuck up.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Microsoft.
But here's what I love about the Microsofts and
And Sony, you Sony fans. No.
I've been seeing memes about people panicking.
What I love
because
about
of
it
that.
is that all of the legal shit and the fucking quagmire that Blizzard is going through,
Why do I look pink?
Microsoft now has to deal with.
I believe
Huh?
my color is returning. I
the
look
new
pinkish.
pink guy.
I don't look as pale anymore because
It gets lightish
I-
red.
Lightish red. Do you remember who you're speaking to when you said that? Because that's something that I would say.
Oh,
I support, full support. Hi, Mikami.
that wasn't what I was going for.
Oh, it was.
Phil,
Oh,
I don't
it
need
was.
I don't need your
It
permission
was.
for this, Phil. Kayla, you are fired.
Damn.
know
kidding.
what I was
Kimi, how we
It
doing?
wasn't me. Yes.
You know what I was referencing,
Oh, I know.
damn it.
I know. I love the earlier seasons of Red vs. Blue. Of
Otherwise,
me
it's
versus
over
someone
my
else.
head.
Damn it, donut.
All right, so in this week we're gonna be talking Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey!
We're talking
I am equipped for this. Yes.
Yeah, I know
I
you
am a
are.
noob to
I am
this.
ill-equipped for this. We're going to be talking about some of the characters we came across, some of the campaigns we enjoyed, favorite classes, and why bards are the most useless class of all time. We
no,
also
the fact is they are.
shut up, Phil.
The
I'm
fact
going
is
through
they
You
the-
are.
say this to the bard.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
why I put it in there. We're also going to be talking about fantasy versus science fiction. We're going to get into that a little bit. Measure our favorite things about both and why science fiction is better. We're also going to be talking about multiplayer games, specifically metas, as well as meta breakers. Why metas may be good or bad, and what it means to be, and what metas mean for the future of gaming. I'll ask those questions later. I got some sub questions here. And then we got some nonsense that I've written down for this week, which I will elaborate on later, as per the norm. And we'll have a general music talk as our non-nerd culture related topic. At the very end, I do have a normal question for us, as we normally do. We exit on a question.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen at home, I would love to hear about what y'all think about the specific thing.
Hey, if anyone has any questions, go ahead. Ask them in that chat. That's
I mean,
totally
We will do
fine.
our best to answer them.
I am the best to answer them, yes. Not we, I. I got 2 of them.
Oh.
I could bring up 3, but one's in sock.
Yeah.
I can
Phil's
bring up
drinking
5.
wine. I'm drinking coffee. Of course, Jaden's drinking piss water. Kayla, what are you
Bring up
drinking
5.
tonight?
Not
I'm
alcohol.
drinking
Not
water.
alcohol. I promise.
It's G
I'm
Fuel.
drinking water.
What a loser.
G Fuel is.
Staying healthy and such.
I need alcohol to be able to deal with that husband that way, is it? If he's that way somewhere, I don't know, wherever.
I'm over here.
I need
Mine.
alcohol to be able to deal with
I
that.
know, not
Yeah,
helpful.
over there. No,
Don't push him.
I'm petting him. What the fuck? Give me a second. Yep, and he wants out now.
Oh! Oh, look at that immunity from being given shit for the rest of my days. Look at that. Oh, he's
Seriously?
pulling a fucking me. Look at that.
Seriously?
Now he can no longer bitch and whine when I do it.
So
Wait,
we
what?
do
I'm
have
going
a
to when I
question.
want some
We-
ice.
Oh, if I
We
I have
do-
to take care of my cat. I have to have a reason.
Gentlemen.
I didn't have to go for some superficial, nonsensical reason for a bit that isn't even funny.
Chuckle fucks. Chuckle fucks.
Yes.
We have a question in the chat.
Why is Jake
Why
angry?
is Jake an angry
He never seems to win.
I hate
Jake is an angry chihuahua because he
God bless you, Gypsy.
No, because look, unfortunately, aggressiveness has not been bred out of the smaller dog breeds like it has been in the larger dog breeds.
I see.
So a lot of Chihuahuas and what are they? Miniature poodles, all that kind of thing. French poodles.
Hey, they can be
tend to
sweethearts.
carry
Shut the fuck
far
up.
more aggressiveness. No, they carry far more aggressiveness, and that just means that they snap like that.
Seriously, I'm loving the shadow of a
the
beard.
small people
It's
energy.
fucking awesome. I might stick with the shadow. Like, this is a good look.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think I limited to this?
I'm feeling myself. Sorry. So to answer your question seriously, why is Jake an angry Chihuahua? I'm a Chihuahua because I am unfortunately short. My mother is very short. My birth father was also not very tall. He was like 5'7" or something like that. I ended up being like 5'6". So that's why I'm a Chihuahua. That's why I'm short. And why am I angry? Probably because I suffer either depression and or anxiety. Actually, I know I suffer anxiety, but probably depression most likely, judging by the state of my life and my lack of self-caring. So that explains my 24/7 irritability. So that's why I'm an angry Chihuahua.
Jake, you know who asked that question, right?
I know.
Do you
who
realize
asked that question,
That got really
right?
in depth. Holy fuck.
That was
I
you realize?
for it. Yeah, I know.
That
It's
was
Do you
Gypsy.
realize?
I know it's Gypsy.
Do you realize that according to majority of Tinder profiles, your life is not worth living because you're under 6 foot?
God, I know, right?
Fuck my life, man.
Why does he wee when he's scared or nervous?
Not why, just does he wee when he's scared or nervous? When I'm scared or nervous, I tend to try to find a way out of whatever situation.
Oh my
I'm in.
God, Jake, she's trying to get to you.
Oh, I know she's trying. She's not getting that. She's not getting out of me today.
Aside from the rage quit that was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, Karate Swan.
I'm
Karate
giving it.
Swan,
There's
how
gonna
we
be 2
doing?
more of those.
How
this
we
stream.
doing?
Karate Swan.
What a legend. Karate Swan has been showing up for about a week now. That I love Karate Swan. Fucking
awesome.
Fucking legend. What a legendary person.
Hey, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, yo, what's up, Mason? How you
Raz
doing,
Briggins
bro?
redeemed to do something
doing?
completely drastic and
Welcome to the
reckless.
podcast.
Oh
I mean,
dear.
Well, Raz Briggins is
wait.
can I see the
Raz
chat at the bottom of the screen.
Read the screen.
Wait,
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. Hey, that in itself is something completely drastic and reckless there, Raz. Because that's why we have, in big friends print down the bottom of the
So
screen.
fucking chaotic,
I will go ahead and honor that next time I'm in like a squad in Guild Wars 2 or something. I will completely sabotage the whole operation. Like in a raid group, I'll go ahead and cause a wipe or something.
Will you pull,
you do
Leroy
that
Jenkins?
already anyway.
Oh, I definitely.
As you
Well, I mean,
always
by
do.
default, Leroy Jenkins is my default.
Oh, okay.
Right. So let's move along, so that we're not here forever. Because after the podcast, we're going straight into another giveaway stream. So fuck yeah, I'm looking forward to that. For now, we're talking Dungeons and Dragons, and
Yes.
who better to start us off with this topic with than me, myself, and I. No, fuck you, Phil. And we're going to be talking our characters' favorite classes and why bards are the most useless class of all time. Phil, tell us why bards are useless.
Quite easy,
Ask the
actually.
Bard.
Yeah, no, quite easy. Yeah, ask the bard main why his class is useless. Exactly, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Completely.
Tell me why bard is useless.
Because the only skills that they get, the only function they have, is really more of a fucking dialogue focus. And in combat, if they're not buffing or they're not a completely bullshit 100% crit Kensei great cleave build, they're pretty fucking worthless. There's nothing that they bring to the table that isn't done better by someone else.
Thank you,
There
Phil.
you
That's why, I think that's a good sound.
Can't hear my clapping, but it's happening.
Jaden, go
There
ahead.
it is.
Same question. Why are bards the most useless class in Dungeons and Dragons?
I know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know.
Oh, Jaden, we'll have to teach you. Maybe one of these times we'll run like a one-shot sesh so that you
Yeah,
can learn
something
how
like
to
that.
play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
What
Kayla,
exactly
why are
is a bard?
We need to run him
Can
through
someone
a D&D
explain?
game.
Okay.
We need to get like an impulse game of like Baldur's Gate 2 or something going.
Something
That'd
like
be
that.
Okay,
awesome.
so-
You know those in the Civil War, those tongue
To
draft,
answer
those drum
Jaden's
tappers in
question.
World War
Yeah,
in
shut
like
the
Civil
fuck
War.
up, Jake.
Shut up! I'm explaining what a bard is. You know those people that would tap drums in like during the Civil War or the Revolutionary War, or whatever. That's
No,
basically a
it's
bard.
not like that, Jaden. Okay, Jaden.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
A bard is a class in Dungeons and Dragons that essentially is based around somebody who likes to perform. They don't necessarily have any benefits when it comes. And I mean, quite literally, they get like instrument proficiencies and shit.
Or dancing.
Or dancing, or acting, or stuff like that. But essentially, they act more as a support class when it comes to combat. And
They're like
most
moral
people,
support, man.
most people when they they're not quite heals, but they're not DPS. So they're the support class that buffs
they're more focused on buffing, like party-wide buffs and shit like that.
Yeah. But they can cast a minimal amount of magic. But most people, when they write bards, especially thanks to Critical Role, create bards that want to fuck everything they see. Phil.
There is a reason that there exists. Yeah, sitting right here. I go from.
Is that your reason?
Yeah.
Is that the reason that it exists for you? Is that the sole reason?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. Phil's answer is yes.
I am the reason.
Sex
Yes.
with
I am the reason that stereotype exists. Fuck y'all.
Let's
Now let's
talk
talk
Machina,
about-
Phil.
Fuck, man.
Let's talk about non-boring classes. Let's stray away.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
But before, just to give some small inkling of context and backstory in one sentence that explains the entirety of Bard. There's a reason that the meme for Bard is seducing the dragon.
Oh. I see your ideas
So
now.
moving away from bards and that nonsense, a very quick visit to some of our first or favorite or main characters in Dungeons and Dragons. Jaden, we'll go ahead and skip you for this one.
Okay, man. I can put my input sometimes, I guess.
And we talked about bards, so Phil, go ahead. D&D character, go.
Which one now, huh?
Your best class.
Kayla, go.
I mean, Bard. We've already spoken about Bard. That is my fucking best class.
Well, not just best class, but like character as well. Like what? Like, have you ever had any like awesome moments in campaigns with your bard?
Have you,
Good
Phil?
charisma rolls that just threw everyone under the bus, or
I mean, there was one time where it's a small moment, nothing that even mattered in the long term of things.
well, then we don't talk about it. Kayla,
No. I was playing Bard, and one character was fishing, and they were like, "Oh my god, I can't get any of these fish," because they kept fucking up their rolls.
someone figure out what
So-
Jaden's saying. He muted himself.
Oh, he did, yeah.
But I'm trying to talk to chat and I accidentally muted my mic and I unmuted it and then it stayed muted and I didn't realize, so I've been saying absolutely nothing for the past few seconds. But I need to say something to chat, so if you see me moving my lips and stuff, that's why.
Phil, continue.
Fair enough. All right. So yeah, the character is fishing, and
Welcome
my
to the
bard
chat,
comes along,
Big Bad Fox.
and decides.
Also, if you guys want to listen to any specific
we'll
music,
just try
let me
playing
know.
some music, see if that helps.
And I'll play music in the background for y'all, whatever you want.
Hey, Phil.
And if you guys have any
Continue your
questions
story.
for
Don't mind
the
me.
podcast,
Don't
feel
mind
free
me
to let
like
it...
sign languaging today.
Stop
But anyway,
interrupting me,
Fuck.
goddammit!
Uh-huh.
We chuckle fox.
So yes, so my bard starts, playing music.
If you guys have
and,
any questions,
trying to
ask them,
charm
and
the
we'll
fish
answer them on
to
chat
come
or
and
on
bite
the
on the hook.
podcast and all that. That's what I was trying to
and
say.
roll the
Sorry,
crit.
words don't
so
work.
the DM decides to, just fuck with the entire group and send us a swarm of Sahuagin who, come over to the shore on the guise of, oh, wait, but we heard the song of the sirens.
Fair enough.
That's
So your
There's
job
one
is
funny-
to run over the hill and be like,
Yeah.
and then get everybody like amped up to like murder everything.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
fun.
That's pretty cool. And then like as soon as you do the sirens and then like all the people get amped up, you go and fuck a tree or something, right?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
But true.
No, not a tree. then, I decide to strip down out of all my clothes and seduce one of the enemies and fuck off in a bush with them.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like, not a tree woman.
Assuming he
A
succeeds,
dryad.
you're
I'll
under
get
the
some
impression
dryad
that it has
trees.
to just be women. You're under the impression it has to just be women.
She's true about
What
that.
if he's under confusion and seduces like a male orc or something like that?
Let
He's
it.
just
I'm
like,
sorry. There's no
"Oh."
sound alerts, bro. Don't use
I
your
wouldn't- I
challenge
wouldn't-
accepted.
I wouldn't,
Unless it's for
I
water.
wouldn't
then
need
I
to be
have go get
confused to
some
seduce
water
your
or
character,
something.
Jake.
I don't play an orc. Kayla.
I've played a bunch of different character classes, but my
Gremlins are nice.
favorite one, very first character I played, she's a assassin rogue. Always lots of fun.
Nice.
I've also
people
my other
trap, sneak
favorite
attack.
is
Fuck that.
yeah, I mean I've played, a couple different variations on sorcerer. I'm playing through druid right now, which is interesting. I gotta say though, I also really enjoy the Unearthed Arcana mystic class as well, because you're essentially a Jedi.
Yeah.
You're essentially using the Force. Fun moments. So it was one of the first campaigns one of the first days I was in a campaign, and my ranger was my rogue was a bit of a lone wolf. She didn't like socializing, so she's sitting in the crow's nest on our party's airship, and she's just chilling there. And our ranger had this bloodhawk, this
Right.
annoying ass bloodhawk
I see
that
where
like
this is going.
every few seconds would pop its head up into the crow's nest, be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, you okay?" So eventually, my rogue is sitting there, and she just goes like this. She's just like, she kicks it in the face. The next time it pops up, and it ends
That's
up in the
fucking
mouth.
good.
It
That's
ends up in
fucking
the
good.
mouth of one of our druid, who was currently in the form of a wild cat.
Oh, we got a question. Real quick intervention. Any
Yeah.
opinions on the new Tal'Dorei Reborn subclasses, if you've seen them?
I haven't seen them.
I haven't heard of anything like that. I fell off D&D a while ago.
Yeah, no, they are really, really quite new.
Tal'Dorei sounds familiar. It sounds almost Warcraft-ish.
Yeah, I know, right?
The
like
the
I
other,
was thinking Cinderai to begin.
Yeah,
with.
it's either Sindorai or Kaldorei. I think Tal'Dorei. Hold on, I think Tal'Dorei is an actual thing. Give me a second.
well,
Why is my Twitch up?
while you guys are figuring that out, I had a second story. So I was playing my draconic sorceress, who was written broken on purpose in terms of power, and so she had this ability that we created because it was a homebrew campaign where she could stop time for like 2d8 sessions or 2d8 rounds, and just do continuous fire for those rounds.
Okay, Tal'Dorei. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Plus she was a warcaster, so she could cast 2 spells around. So we were attacking this Fey Lord, and she managed to, I think it was roll like 15 on the die. So she had 15 rounds, the equivalent of a minute and a half worth of combat, where she just got to fire without having to wait for anybody else to take a turn. And she's just raining fire down on this thing. And our DM is just like, okay, well, the next thing you guys know, all of a sudden the Fey Lord is just going like, he's been hit by like 16, he's been hit by 30 spells at once.
Right. Okay, so what I'm thinking of from the new Nightborn race in World of Warcraft, it was the Shaldorei. That's different.
Oh, yeah,
The Nightborn.
yeah.
Mason, you're a hoe.
My summation of the
Right back.
Tal'Dorei Reborn subclasses. There we go. I got it out eventually. Is of course, because I only pay attention to the bard, so I don't care. But College of Tragedy bard is OP as shit and actually makes him useful in a fight.
I hear you. Now I'm basic. My shit's completely predictable. Human warrior, not warrior, fighter. Got to go with the fighter. There's no beating. There's no beating a well-built fighter.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers get up in melee range. It's done. It's GG. No two ways about it. Especially if you're dual wielding Kopesh. I'm just saying. I sort of min-max that shit. It was fucking awesome. As far as any shining moments, nothing really. There was a time I played with my brothers and my dad, of course, we did a little mini campaign. We used one of them online campaign generator things. And I was the last man standing against the big bad, and it was pretty badass. It was pretty badass. My dad got like too competitive into it though. Like it was awesome because he of course plays a wizard. And he was the second to last man standing, and when he went down, he was like, son of a bitch.
Isn't he meant to be the first one to drop?
No, well, because
that's the job of a wizard, to be the first one to drop, because they're made of paper mache and Reddits.
Well, hold on, because you'll understand why he wasn't the first to drop. Mike was playing a cleric, but he was playing a cleric like a barbarian, and Rick was just playing a barbarian.
So there was the last campaign I was in.
It sucked. But that was the last man standing. It was fucking awesome. It was just the critical rolls everywhere.
The last campaign I was in, we had this character. I can't remember what his class was, but he's this big ass dragonborn, and for some reason he was like out of weapons. So he grabs a boat.
For some reason he was out of weapons.
And he throws the boat, and actually manages to do a shit ton of damage. And so afterward, our DM actually turned it into a feat for him, and they gave him a bunch of he actually had holsters for foldable boats. That he'd pull them out and
what did I come back
he'd
to?
chuck them at the enemy, and then afterwards he'd go retrieve them, fold them back up, and put them in his holster.
That's convenient as shit, dude. I'd be terrified if someone threw a boat at me.
We have to cross the river.
One stretchy. That is one stretchy as fuck bag of holding.
Yeah, wait. So does he just like put it in his pocket or some shit? Like, hey, I'm just gonna grab my fucking
so
boat.
They're much smaller.
Catapult spell. No, yeah.
It wasn't using magic. It was just brute strength.
I love it.
How big is the boat?
Well, Lettuce Head,
I can't remember that.
Thank you so much, Lettuce Head. You're a fucking badass. I hope your weekend's treating you well, my man. Or not man. I don't know. I don't want to assume. I'm sorry. Maybe.
Lettuce comes from me. He is man. He is man.
Right on. All right. So Dungeons and Dragons. We're done talking that.
I have a question from my chat that I was waiting for when the topic switches.
Yeah.
So my one of my viewers wants to start a war, and he says, "What is the best anime of all time?"
Outlaw Star.
I'm staying out of this one.
Higurashi want to cry. Or I'll just go with basic bitch thing.
I don't know if I can
Note.
really pick a best.
Outlaw Star. Okay, so it sounds like me and Jaden. Jaden, why are you wrong?
Everything has good points and everything.
Did you
has
ask me why I'm
bad
wrong?
Points.
Yeah.
Why are you wrong? Oh, I never even heard of that anime.
Oh, it's because you're uncultured.
You're uncultured. What?
That is said for me. It is Maki or Death Note.
Is that a
Children. Daddy
See, I said
Buddha
that
has
though.
his rum, so you'll
Hey, yo.
do this.
And again, Phil, if you're daddy, what does that make me?
I
Stepmom.
don't want to have an answer to that question. Y'all shut up. But the best anime of all time is Outlaw Star. There's not a single bad thing about it. It aged very well. Shut up.
It aged.
Higurashi's better.
Actually, it did age very well. I still love all the animation that went into it.
Lettuce Head
genre is
says that for them it is Baki or Death Note. I can agree with Death Note, but only for the first season or first half. After that, and once L is dead, they kind of
spoilers. What
forgot.
the fuck, dude?
Seriously, Phil, I've never seen it.
No,
I've never seen it either.
30 years. 30 years.
It hasn't been 30 years. What the fuck, dude? It was on my list and everything.
By the way, Snape kills Dumbledore.
Well, I mean, I know that. Only ever seen Fairy Tale, so it would have to be that. Yeah, okay. I've only seen one. It has to be that one, right?
We love no shit. The protagonist wins against the fucking antagonist. Go figure.
Still, what spoiler, dude?
Once L is removed from the story, they kind of forget to, give the follow-up antagonists any kind of character or importance to the fucking plot.
I can see that. One of my viewers says they should have known who, all caps now, who hasn't watched Death Note? Now you guys need to explain yourself.
I'm an adult.
Jake.
You just
That
defended an
means nothing.
anime. What the fuck? You're like, best thing of all time.
Her I can forgive. You, Jake.
What's up?
You.
Yeah.
How have you never seen it? How?
I fell off of anime when I turned fucking 14.
No, you fucking well didn't.
I know.
Don't even try and lie to me, bitch. I've known you for longer than you were fucking 14. How have you not seen it yet?
We met when I was 15.
Yeah, we did. And you were into anime then, which is exactly the fucking point.
Damn, you just shook your whole fucking desk. Yes, noise suppression didn't kill me. Woo!
Daddy is angry.
God.
Mm.
When you said that, it scared me.
So to answer your earlier question, Gypsy, yes, I kind of weed myself a little. I was scared.
To answer the question in Jaden's chat, I got turned on to anime in college, and I haven't really seen a whole lot of it yet because there was.
I've been trying to force her to watch more of it.
Yeah, I'm as much as I'm a pop culture nerd, I haven't caught up to anime yet. So.
Well,
Trigun is the next anime that we're going to be watching, by the way.
That's a good one.
The question
That's a really good one.
The original question was for favorite anime, so it doesn't have to be like, why did you not see Death Note? It could be like a favorite.
No, I haven't watched Death Note because when Death Note came out and whatever, I didn't have a second monitor to watch other medias on. And I wanted to play video games more than I wanted to watch anime. So there you go. And by the time I did get access to a second monitor or something like that, I was just nothing really interested in me at the time.
Oh, why are you so close?
Listen to anime.
Hey, yo, head bump.
Not listen to anime. I listened to.
So I've been a fuck my camera.
Stricken bastard my entire life with only one fucking screen for the entirety of my life, and I managed to watch it. No excuse, boy. I'm good.
I just wanted to play video games more than I wanted to watch anime, so I spent my screen time watching.
Back, you demon!
Instead of watching anime. And by the time I got a second monitor and all that, I was just like, it's on my list. I'll get to it eventually. And I just ended up just listening to music while playing video games. And I got the music, whatever music streaming service I use, just up on the second monitor. So I haven't really been too interested in that.
To let us head, Baki is a good one for fighting anime, and I'm going to assume that you've seen, Dragon Ball Z, blah 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 blah. But there's one that I'll recommend to you just because it is freaking hilarious, and they kind of turn all the tropes on their head. Oh god, fuck it, something, blah 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 blah. The Knickerman Legacy. It is fucking hilarious. It is a fighting anime where all the characters fart for their attacks.
What?
Have fun with it.
That was weirder than the fucking cat tank thing. Is that the same anime?
Nope. Let me try to find this. Oh, Ultimate Muscle, the Knickerman Legacy. Go.
I know look up an image of this.
It is a full franchise and all. Like there's even games and shit of it. Hell yeah.
Ultimate Muscle.
Wait, so Jaden, the original question was favorite anime? Is that what you said?
Yeah, favorite anime.
Okay, if we're talking true Japanese anime, from what I know of anime, I have to say SAO. But if we're talking more Western, like what the United States is turning out, then I say Ruby.
Okay. Those are fair choices. Those are fair. They're choices.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Those are good choices.
Actually, I think I do know my absolute favorite. And as much as it is American made, it is still my absolute favorite. Avatar, the Last Airbender.
That's okay. Well, I mean, it's honorary anime.
Yeah. It's
honorary. It's very like the loosest definition that you could possibly fit in for it.
Yeah. But you can still say, I guess it's anime. Like, it takes all the tropes of anime. It takes the style of anime. It takes
too much confidence. I'm just like, I guess. You're like, I guess it counts. No, that's too much. That's giving it too much credit as an honorary anime. You're just like, I guess so.
It's like as anime as the original Teen Titans.
The original Teen Titans was badass.
It was.
I miss it.
I really miss it.
They need to bring it back.
It needs another
they
season.
won't.
It needs to come back because Teen Titans Go is a travesty.
It is. No, after a few years after they had, I think a few years. What was it? I forgot the span of time between they stopped producing that show and came out with Go. Somewhere in that time span, I started my babysitting gig, and I started babysitting, and then Teen Titans Go was actually on the TV. I just sit the kids down in front of the TV, and I'm just like, there, I'm gonna go make dinner. Don't move.
Do things. Actually, don't do things.
And then, I had dinner cooking, whatever. So I sat on the couch for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes and gave that show a chance. And I was like, this is absolute trash.
They fucked the color palette.
What did they do?
Let us head.
Everything.
The OG Ben 10 is also excellent.
I've never
game for that.
Honestly, all of the Ben 10 shows before the reboot were excellent. Because I personally prefer, Ben 10, what is it? Alien Force and Forward, but still.
Phil, have you seen Ben 10?
No, it was just on the cusp of me, being like 20, 21, 22. So I was like,
no, it was not. No, it wasn't.
Really that into it.
Yeah, I don't remember when it came out, but by the time it was coming out, I had long since stopped watching.
I was a wee little lad, about this tall.
I mean, I still watched animated shows. I just was not about Cartoon Network anymore.
I guess, yeah, no, because I would go online and I would, watch anime.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all the marketing for Ben 10 and that, it's like, oh, hey, there's this little kid and he's got a watch on his wrist. It never fucking grabbed me.
Yeah, no. Well, I stopped watching. Good question.
The original Ben 10, Phil, you were like, the original Ben 10, you were 14. And then its sequel show, Alien Force, then you were 17.
Was that the one where they're older?
Yeah, that's the first one where they're older. There's two different series where they're older.
Here's a good question. We all came up on Cartoon Network, right? We all, just spent our child.
When I was allowed to watch
Toonami.
it. Yes.
Yeah, when you were allowed to watch it.
What does that even mean?
Literally, Jake, in my house, we were not allowed to watch cartoons.
What?
Yeah, but I could see 14-year-old Phil being like a 20-year-old.
So if my brother and I were watching cartoons, it was during the summer when our parents weren't home.
Yep.
And if we were watching cartoons that was allowed, it was Star Wars Clone Wars on Friday nights.
Right, of course. I mean, it's Star Wars. Like, your parents got to make an exception for.
Well, we went to the freaking movie for my little brother's birthday, so.
That's fair. Phil, I don't remember the years, but maybe I don't know why I specified Phil, but I guess y'all can help me. Everyone here can help me. What year was it when about a year after Kids Next Door came out? Because that's when I stopped watching
Kids
Cartoon
Next
Network.
Door.
I wish I watched more of that when I was younger.
About a year after that show started coming out, that's when I fell off of Cartoon Network or whatever.
Seriously, you stopped watching Cartoon Network in 2003?
Yep.
That's difficult to say because over here, cartoons and shit only, got released, even on Cartoon Network, 2 or 3 years after they had already been fucking airing for God knows how long.
Jake, you've seen Teen Titans, right? Like the original Teen Titans, not Go.
Yeah, no, but I didn't watch it on, the TV.
Okay, because that aired after K&D.
No. Oh yes, but no, I didn't see it on the TV.
You missed some prime shit then.
Maybe.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. Come on.
Yes. Adventure Time.
Hold up.
No.
One
DSP, with what you just said, there was something that my mother and I were talking about the other day, just in conversation, where she was, my home life was not great, but this isn't fucking psychology. Oh, hey, god damn.
Adventure Time.
Yeah, no, I've never had an interest in it. So I'm gonna use my phone a friend card, my phone a friend chance. What is it? Is it just phone a friend? Is there not a term after that? I'm gonna phone a friend. Phil, give me your opinion. Is Adventure Time good?
It's actually really pretty decent up until around the last half of the final season.
Using my philometer, I have determined that Adventure Time is garbage, and I will not watch it.
Okay, I would say first 2 seasons, not the best in the world.
No,
All right,
you're forgetting
Not
you're still. That's
not
like
the
Steven
first
Universe.
2 seasons. Not sorry. You,
What are
you go
y'all
first, and then I'll yell at him.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, yes, always Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Fucking, I always think of the fucking Joe
yeah.
Dial because of that.
Archer.
Fucking,
No, actually, you know what? C-Lab.
C-Lab's
gonna be my answer.
See that 2020? Fuck yeah.
Jake,
What's
I'm
the
not.
question?
Congratulations, you have won diddly squat.
What was that, Jade?
BMO is awesome. Season 1 and 2, not the best. If I were to rewatch all of it, I would probably skip season 1 and 2. From there on, I think it progressively gets better. Like throughout each season is better than the last, in my opinion. Especially when they like bring more darker themes or go to places that they haven't like that are not a part of the land that they're normally at, the land of Ooh.
The land Boo.
Yeah,
right.
And I would say the final season, I actually really did enjoy that because after the final season they decided, as I think it was like last year
They have
or like the year
they have
before.
specials and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like
Adventures like Obsidian.
these long fucking like episodes that like go after that point, and I still need to
Adventure
watch
Time
the
like
last
Obsidian.
last 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I'm gonna put these back.
I mean, it's
Okay,
it's like
Adventure Time.
you know, it's like Steven Universe. You know, it's kind of rough the first season because Steven's very much a whiny kid.
I'm trying,
But as
chat.
it goes on, it gets better. Until you know, and then like, and then when, especially when you hit Steven Universe Future, where it actually deals with stuff like PTSD.
Yeah, I like when cartoons go down more like serious routes and stuff. I think it's entertaining.
That's why I watch anime.
Yeah, but like cartoons can do that too. You could teach kids like valuable, like serious lessons. Not everything has to be bright rainbows and crazy colors and nonsense.
Yes, it does. How dare you?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, they have a bunch of serious shit in that.
Yeah, that's a
favorite-
lot of serious shit.
Yeah, and that's good. Big pee good.
For my
seen Smiling
favorite
Friends either.
Adult Swim show, though, to answer the question in chat.
Yes, seriously, I'm trying to address that. There's a lot to catch up on.
Granted, I never,
shut the fuck up.
I never watched it. I never watched it on Adult Swim, but I mean, I do like Archer, but also the Venture Brothers.
Oh my god, yes!
I do like Rick and Morty as well, but I like Venture Brothers a little bit more.
I don't.
I like the art style.
There was a new-ish, I think, show for Adult Swim that I just like caught attention to today, actually. And it's this one, it's like the Smile something or whatever.
Smiling Friends?
Yes. And that's like by a bunch of like people like animators from like I think they were on like
Happy
YouTube
Tree
and stuff.
Friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Dude,
that
it's
sounds
so
like Happy Tree Friends.
Happy Tree Friends, yeah, I remember
Which
that.
I hate so much.
No, it's not dry.
Why
It's
did you
not.
hate
It's
it?
not animals murdering each other. I promise.
Jake,
I promise.
I don't like gore all that much. Happy Tree Friends is a gore fest.
It is.
It's
but
not. This show is not a gore fest.
But it's
But it's
creative.
got funny.
In the
funny
way
moves.
it presents as shit happens.
It's creative in a murderous way.
Yeah, or murderous in a creative way.
Yes.
Hey, I got actually my favorite all-time adult cartoon show,
Yes.
Futurama.
Caleb, we're best friends.
That's a big brain one. That one's good.
Have you seen, Jake? Have you seen Disenchantment on Netflix?
Oh no, I want to though. I want to.
It's so
bad.
good. It is so good. Disenchantment is so much fun.
DSPoo says, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a show where Noshami jumps off ledges on a mount and is surprised when gravity wins.
Can I provide context for that, please?
Is there need for context? Because I feel like that accurately describes any moment that Noshami is on screen.
Anyone who hasn't seen Smiling Friends,
because
this is what it looks like. It's by creators that do good animations, funny, awesome animations, like what you would see on YouTube.
And you jump off a ledge on a mount. The mount will break your fall. Apparently that doesn't happen in PvP. Yeah. Yeah, in PvP, that does not apply. You die as well. Yeah. So I learned that the hard way.
Do you lose a lot when you die?
In PvP?
I'll be back.
No, in both. No, in both. You don't lose shit.
Oh, sweet.
No. Except maybe you have to go back, maybe, I don't know, 100 meters to where you last were.
Yeah, no.
So you restart, you can't use that character anymore?
When you get up.
There's no permanent death, no. It's not that Galaxy.
There's no item drops, there's no anything.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And the economy's like not inflated too. I don't know how they did it, but it's fucking awesome.
The way they keep the economy in check is that majority of people swap out their gold for gems so they can buy shit from the cash shop.
That too. But they also something that contributes to that is the charging of fees for buying and selling on the trading post.
It's only like 15%.
Yeah, but it still contributes. It keeps the total inflation down.
Wow.
New Guild Wars 2 up. You die in the game, you die in real life.
I quit
Give
PvP.
me SAO any day.
Yeah, I was just fuck.
I quit
SAO,
PvP.
but not VR.
Yeah, right. Where did Kayla go?
She said she'll be back.
Okay. In the meantime, move on to our next topic.
You know, that I feel like it'd be kind of OP to turn Guild Wars into like
Also,
an SAO there with
Phil,
me.
that
with
would be I'm super
community
excited.
People I'm cooked with.
We have a release date for End of Dragons.
Oh,
February 28th.
28. Oh, okay.
You
Cool,
know
cool.
I'm hopping on that wheel bender, my man. You know I got my gear ready. You know my shit's there. We going, boy. We going.
Well, I mean, you know, I've got all my gear ready because I'm in fucking legendary anyway. I could just change my shit to do what I want.
It's nice to be a one-trick pony like me because all I had to do was craft the Ascendant and I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm done forever.
Yeah. Bring out GW3 already. I don't think they actually will. I don't think they're going to.
I don't think it's necessary.
GW3. Partly, yeah, I don't feel like it's necessary. Partly, I don't feel like they, as a studio, actually.
March 1st for you in Australia. So March 1st is when it comes up for you.
I don't feel like they have it in them to put out another big, massive project like that right now.
Not right now. But Guild Wars 2 is making a lot. It's something like tens of millions.
Oh, yeah.
Not in total, but per year.
Damn.
What about Steins
going crazy.
That is a really, really good anime, and I do adore it. I just wish that the anime went darker and actually touched on a whole lot of the shit that Okube was dealing with. That, you know, you get to see in the light novel, but they never went anywhere near in the anime. It's like, you know, if you could, you know, go back in time by a couple hours, and everything was erased, no one else remembered anything.
Jaden,
I mean, you would do some fucked up shit too.
2 months ago, Jaden and I were sitting down. We were discussing starting up a gaming podcast. Turned it into an anime podcast. Great.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, you and
Anime's
Jane were
lit.
discussing a gaming podcast. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just chop liver. Yeah, I see how the fuck this marriage
Yes, you are.
works
I brought
now.
up the idea to you
Yeah,
after Jaden and I
fuck
were
marriage
done
works.
talking. Jade and I were just talking.
Not helping
shooting
yourself.
shit and having ideas and whatever. And I was like, you know, podcast is a good idea. Let me bring it to Phil. Jaden, you remember me saying that
Sleep
shit?
on
And I
the
brought it
couch.
to Phil,
Yeah.
And I was like,
You're on the couch.
hey, Phil.
Here's
Phil
actual
podcast.
footage of me. If I was in a podcast right now, that would be really awesome. And then something like that.
This podcast was made
You're sleeping on the couch.
Real
Jake.
words.
so that Jaden could,
Get fucked. You're sleeping on the couch.
this podcast was made because Jaden wanted to be in a podcast. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I got people I can call, and then let's bring it all to Impulse. And boom, look at that. It's Impulse content. Welcome back, Kayla. Never mind. Goodbye, Kayla.
Welcome
Like,
back,
I love
Kayla's
that
dog.
we knew she was hanging around because the dog is right there, spoiling her location by staring at her.
I know. Like sometimes I'll just hide behind. Like my wife will go into the garage, right, and she'll leave the door open to the garage. So I'll just hide behind the door and jump scare her sometimes. But half the time it doesn't work because there's always an animal that gives me away. And the other half of the time it works. It's just.
I actually
That's
got
fucked
good at sneaking from the animals and having them not fucking notice me going by because I
you gotta
got
do is
tired
smell
of
like
dealing with that shit.
Oh dear.
Welcome back, Kayla. We ready for our next
Thank
topic?
you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fantasy versus science fiction, and why science fiction is better.
Pew pew lasers! Wow.
God, fired.
You say that to her, and she's a fantasy diehard.
Fantasy Die Hard. My favorite franchise
Phil.
is Star Wars.
So yes, seriously, Phil. Seriously.
Phil,
I know.
you
I
should know. You should know her better.
I know. I'm just giving that shit.
Phil, why is science fiction better?
To be honest, because if the characters want to, resolve some problem or some bullshit that's going on, then they have to be the ones to do it or find a way or, use their wits and intellect to engineer some shit to do it. There's no magic fucking wand of hickety dickety dockety doo. Now you can breathe underwater too. And it's fucking done.
Is that completely improv? That was good.
Of course it was. Phil's a professional.
Oh, yeah.
No, I like science fiction because there is, like, in most science fictions, there really isn't that sort of, like, in science fiction stories, there isn't sort of that the final fight with the good guy and the bad guy, the protagonist, the main antagonist, going at it, and it's a power struggle. It's like, no, it's a battle of wits 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Now, Star Wars will give an exception too because it's normally a power struggle is implemented by use of the Force, of course. But yeah, in science fiction settings, kind of like with Outlaw Star, for example.
What's up, Robin? How you
Didn't have
doing?
that sort of
Welcome
power
into the
struggle.
stream. We doing podcasts
Motherfuckers
today.
had to use their brains for that.
Hope you enjoy.
Although
science
Ask
they
questions if
did
you have any.
possibly my favorite thing with that
That's
too,
good.
and they combined the fantasy and the magic with technology.
Yeah, you got magic tech and you got techno sorcery,
Cast
which
the gun.
are 2 sides of the same coin. But yeah,
The caster gun.
well, yeah, but like the casters weren't exceptionally overpowered. Like someone smart with a hand cannon could kill someone who who cast magic. Outlaw Star did have those magic bullets. Yeah, it was awesome. That's a good example of magic tech. Fantasy is science fiction plus. No, science fiction is just fantasy plus. That's why it's called science fiction.
Is there such thing as a breathe underwater gun? I didn't think so.
I don't know if maybe
We have rebreathers.
I can
We
also-
have.
That
super
wasn't a
tanks.
serious question, okay?
Yeah, but if I shoot someone in the neck, I'm essentially giving them gills. So I mean, like,
I was giving big
We have snorkels.
No way! Oh my god! Groundbreaking invention.
your opinion. Science fiction.
I'd like to point out that technically not all fantasy takes place in tech, deprived eras.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Artemis Fowl, for instance,
Yep.
takes place in the modern century.
Modern
and
fantasy.
yeah,
The
but
the
still,
movie for
I'm
it
just
was
saying,
garbage.
we're
Oh,
not
the
gonna.
movie was fucked. We do
We
not.
don't
we do not
speak of
talk
the
about
movie.
We do
The
not
books were
film it.
amazing, though.
Yes, and I'm like a book behind, but my home fandom will always be in science fiction. It just will. Go fuck yourself, Phil. But
Holy shit.
that's
Those are
not to
very
say
shiny.
that. That's not to say that See, now Phil distracted me and I lost my train of thought. Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
As much as I love science fiction, that's not to say that fantasy doesn't have its own virtues. I mean, having,
Of course.
I mean, exactly, I can't say that one is better than the other. I really can't because they're comparable, but not the same. Oh, Jake, you look so upset by the answer.
Oh god. Somebody in my chat just told me to do a backflip and I don't know what to do. Here, hold up. I got you. This is the
Wait,
closest to a backflip
don't
that
do
I
a
can do.
backflip. You
Closest.
can instead deflect that request by do a barrel roll.
No, I'm just
Watch
gonna lay
it
back
fall.
here and ignore the question. I can do this, and not very
Can
many
it
people
do
can.
this?
So
Yeah!
it can do this.
Me too. Give me a second. No,
Oh,
that's as far back as I can go.
Here,
but I can
here.
nap in this position. I do it all the time. I just cross my arms and I'm just like,
I'm not gonna do a backflip because I'm not capable of doing one, but I will do a little somersault front flip.
your lighting is
All
terrible.
right, neighbors, hear the storm.
Now you're-
Oh
Come on.
shit!
Yeah, you're
That was the worst that was the worst fucking Spetnaz ninja roll I think that has ever been performed in the history of
Phil.
mankind.
Okay, Phil, do better.
I'm too bony for that. That hurt.
I can.
Set up your camera, do better.
Backflip for 10 gifted subs, but you have to land it. Well, that's not happening.
Let's see. Let's point
I'm
it
not
over
getting
there.
10
Not on your
gifted subs
bed.
today.
Not on your bed. No. It's got to be the floor.
He doesn't
Nah,
have
do the
space
bed.
for that.
I want to see him do a backflip. He's not gonna do a backflip if it's on the floor. Do it on the
He doesn't
bed.
have
Oh,
space.
Phil?
He doesn't have space.
here, and then I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god. I swear to God, if you kill my boyfriend, I'm gonna hurt you.
Damn, he's tall.
I swear to God, if you people have killed my boyfriend.
He just did what I did. Sweet.
Except better.
That's not a bad.
No, his is
except
less
that's not a
cool.
backflip.
I knew Phil would do it.
I thought you were gonna do a backflip.
See, Phil, I thought we were
No,
old.
a
I thought we were
Spetnaz
cool for that.
I would end up like slamming my knees on the hardwood floor or some shit,
That's
and
facts,
that would be
Gypsy. That's facts, Gypsy.
awful.
That was a pussy ass backflip. I was the only one here to do a backflip.
Wait, you did?
Yeah,
When did you do a backflip?
I got you. Give me a sec.
If this man
Oh, okay.
I seen you do that, but I didn't get it until now. Oh my god, big brain.
God, gee, you also missed
Yeah,
mine.
so
That's not you
in other words,
flipping, though.
yours
That's
is the
the
pussy-ass
bird.
backflip
The bird
because
is
you know
flipping.
that's one that you're trying to
Uh-huh.
stick it up.
Really?
Whatever.
Really?
Wait, why?
Wait, I can do a backflip. Hold up, I got this. Check this shit out. All right, Kat,
What
you
the
might
fuck
want to
have
move
you
over a little bit.
I'm gonna need
Oh
more
my
alcohol in a
God.
minute.
What are we
aren't I?
doing? Someone's gonna get hurt.
Yes,
I need
they
more
are.
alcohol for this. This
He just goes out of frame.
Did it, and I fucking
What did we
landed
just
it, too.
see?
Awesome.
On the topic of science fiction, are your guys' backflips?
Pooh, you should know this is how these go. This is just how this goes.
Oh, it's total chaos. So we
Backflips
before
are
we got
awesome. What do you
distracted
mean?
by a request from Jaden's chat. No, fantasy does have its own place. I actually really like fantasy sometimes, especially when they go deep into the mechanisms of the sort of magic being implemented, or they talk a little bit about the biology behind some of the fictional creatures that are involved. A great example is The Witcher. Fantastic use of fantastic example of the fantasy genre.
books, games, or show.
Yes.
The show doesn't really go in depth on like any fucking thing.
But it executes it very well. What little it elaborates on, it executes very well. It's a show. It's meant to be. It's like, what the fuck do you expect? You want fucking witchers to come out with a fucking chalkboard and a piece of chalk and go, okay, so this works because of this, and this is going on in the biology for this creature is like this because the proteins in its fucking DNA and all that shit, whatever.
Phil, darling, stop being a
Phil,
picky
dude.
bitch.
Stop being a what?
A picky bitch.
Okay.
Damn.
What's going on?
No, I told him to stop being picky. Because he was all butthurt about The Witcher not showing all of the stuff.
It showed him plenty of tits. He shouldn't be upset. That's
Yeah.
what Phil came to see.
Not incorrect. Well, I didn't come for them, but they made me stay around.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you
You
didn't
know-
come for them.
Phil, we totally forgot. We totally forgot a Western anime. That's great.
Oh.
Castlevania.
Okay.
Nah, it's garbage.
I wouldn't rank it as one of
I'm
my
kidding.
top 10.
I'm kidding.
It's good, but I wouldn't rank it
It's
in my
good.
top.
I like it.
You
I like
have
it.
a
It's cool.
top
I'm
10
kidding. I'm
for
joking.
Western anime, Phil? You have a top 10 for Western anime? Jesus.
Go through the list right
You
now.
don't?
Say all of them right now in order.
No. Philistine. I feel like that. I feel like there's a racial thing in there, with like
Robotech
Palestine or
counts as
something.
Western.
Robotech
opinion.
counts as Western.
From Raspberries.
What is that?
Don't know. Robot
What's
chicken.
not really an anime. It's claymation.
I know. I'm just saying, Robot Chicken is a good show. Shut up. Oh, we're done. Okay. I was gonna do a weird chin thing, and it just didn't happen.
Captain Spaulding's chicken theme is better.
It's facts.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay, Jaden, your opinion on fantasy versus science fiction?
Laser go pew, better than fantasy. Bam.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I don't really watch very much. I think I prefer fucking brain shitting itself, not fantasy one, science fiction. I prefer science fiction a little bit more because a lot of the times with science fiction, I think of like space and stuff, and I think space is pretty cool, and also lasers awesome.
So yeah,
Lasers in space,
like
cool.
like
That's my
Star Trek,
opinion.
Star Wars, fucking even Halo is a fantastic example.
Yes.
Halo was a
Yes.
great science fiction.
See, the only thing is like with me, my favorite genre of stuff is always like mainly like horror or comedy. So I'm not really. I mean, I do. I am surrounded by some fantasy and some science fiction every once in a while, but a lot of the times it's mainly just like horror stuff or comedy. So I'm good with those, but I don't really know much detail stuffs.
Phil, you good?
Huh?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just amazed at how well I know all of you.
I'm an easy target, okay?
Kayla, what does that mean? You keep doing
Means
that.
fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, this is gonna be the wrong
I
side for
have
you,
like
but fuck you,
big
Phil.
brain fucking vessels popping out of my head right now because
Just a fun.
my cranium cannot contain my fucking brain and its psychic powers.
Your brain is
No proof that you're
brain is
psychic
so,
until you start calling
Come
stuff.
on, let's see if you can figure out Among Us.
I figured out you and Jaden that one time, didn't I?
That was because
Yeah, but you
Jaden
lost.
screwed the pooch.
He still lost
no.
though.
Well,
You did
because
still lose.
because fucking Shannon was there.
I'm the master persuader, so I don't. Come on, man.
Jaden,
You're not the
Jaden,
master
you were
persuader.
not. I saved your ass in that game.
What do you mean?
You know
I
it.
saved your
She
ass,
did.
okay?
Y'all got lucky with
Because of
Shannon
my
as the third
screaming,
secret
I
third
was like,
imposter.
I was like, hey, yo, loud sounds. That means I'm not the traitor guy. So,
Oh, please.
And hey, Jaden. The only reason you and I won the round that you and I were in was
murdered
because
so many people. I did so good.
yeah, and you got caught every fucking time. You left
I didn't even
evidence.
die that round, and nobody took
You
me out.
left evidence.
It's Among Us. You always leave evidence.
No, you don't. You
What do you
don't.
mean? There's
Good.
always a
Good.
dead body on the ground.
Yeah.
Doing okay,
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
and you aren't
That's
anywhere
it.
near it. And you have you
I
have
always
an
go away
excuse
from
at
it.
the ready. You have
This is
plausible deniability.
That's why these two guys
Loud
are
noises.
always the first two that I kill.
That is a big brain.
Especially
I
this
don't know what we're yelling about.
Yelling is
Yeah.
just what we're supposed to do, man. It's our job.
Loud noises.
I mean, in fairness, Jake, you did have us all test to make sure our audio levels were good for both normal speaking and yelling. So
Oh yeah.
She's right.
That was big brain.
Yep, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. My brain is so wrinkly. Ugh. I borrowed the brain cell and then I gave it back to Phil. When did Brick get a hand grenade? Brick, where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know. All right, so science fiction wins. Fantasy is garbage. Fuck magic.
Fucking magic.
No, for me, here's why I prefer science over fantasy. Because science is an actual adventure. It's the unknown. You can enjoy there's an actual story to tell that you don't necessarily know. There's new concepts to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy is just, congratulations, welcome to this world. Oh no, it's a spirit world. Oh no, it's, a world that's whatever this is. Fine, great. Oh, you can throw a fireball. You can throw a black.
Okay, Daspu brought up something in chat, and I want to address that real quick. So Lord of the Rings was not an adventure, it was a shit adventure. Tolkien was not a great storyteller, and whenever he wrote his characters into a corner, he would call on the eagles to fix his mistake. Great world builder, terrible storyteller.
Yeah, excellent world, very poorly... very poorly adventured.
Oh no, I wrote my characters into a corner for the 4th time! Eagles!
What the fuck? Hey, eagles are pretty cool.
I mean, they're cool in concept, but if they're out for whenever you write your characters into a corner like several times over, it's like you don't know how to write a solid fucking adventure. It's like you gave yourself a fucking Deus Ex Machina or some shit that just to get yourself out of trouble because you don't know how to tell a cohesive fucking story.
Last second eagle drop.
So just point out, guys, you guys are assuming that fantasy always means that your main characters can use magic. It doesn't.
I don't assume that.
As was pointed out by Mikami, Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, virtually nobody has magic.
There's magic. It may well be rare, but there's still magic. And the show completely cut all the fucking magic content, pretty much, except for Melisandre. And
but that's
it ruined
just
the entire story.
There's only some magic, not a lot.
I mean, the other than American Bird,
whereas you guys are talking about full-on magic proliferation.
He's calling you out for being American and hating the eagle.
No. Calling me out for being un-American for not liking Tolkien's eagle.
I mean, again, I refer to Artemis Fowl. Fairies only have a limited amount of magic before they have to re-up.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah, but that falls into modern fantasy.
It's still saying
fantasy.
I get that, but I'm just saying you guys are running under the premise of magical proliferation, that everybody in fantasy can use magic, but typically they can't, and typically there's rules.
If there's magic or some kind of arcane art, then it's fantasy. Star Wars is not science fiction, it is science fantasy. The difference between science fiction and fantasy, for the most part, is the fact that fantasy...
This is how he debates, Caleb. This is how he debates. I've called this out 2 podcasts ago. He'll bring up something that you didn't even bring up and argue from that angle.
Okay. No, I'm bringing it up specifically because the difference here is fantasy just introduces a system and trusts you to get it. You intrinsically understand the details. You don't need it any further explained. Okay, a character can shoot fireball, or there's goblins, or there's whatever. All right, sure, fine. I don't need any more than that. I can just accept the world as it is. Something like science fiction, for example, Star Trek, they spend an entire fucking episode just discussing the power fluctuations on the fucking impulse drive. Literally, there are 4 fucking episodes of the goddamn original series dedicated to the fucking engines. It's like, why? We don't need that, but actually, it's kind of cool and entertaining.
All right, chill out. Chill out.
No, all the planets on Star Wars do not have perfect gravity and atmosphere for human life.
Yeah.
That's why throughout the entire galaxy, there's only a few several hundred planets that, do have the gravity and do have the atmosphere to sustain human life. The rest of the planets, though, are completely uninhabitable.
If you read what Diaz-Poo wrote, they're like, I love how all planets on Star Wars somehow have the perfect gravity and atmosphere. They don't.
Yeah.
There are certain planets that are toxic as shit to humans, and some that have no way that humans can live on them. Like,
or get close to them, because the gravity well would crush you before you get there.
That are the gas giants, but why would you feature any planet like of the billions of planets in a galaxy? Why would you feature a planet that a human can't be, or a humanoid rather can't be on? It's like, oh, there's something happening over here. Let's focus on this gas giant over in bumfuck nowhere. It's like,
Mason, this happens sometimes. This is just a part of the
movies are only showing you really small portions of the galaxy, because if you go to different areas, like you go to Mon Cala, the home of the Mon Calamari, there are no land masses on Mon Cala.
Yeah.
So all of the species there are water breathing. You know, or
and
the planet.
No one actually lands a ship there. They land it in orbit, and then they just put the shuttle down and jump out.
Yeah.
Or like jump out. Yeah.
Or like, if I can continue, for fuck's sake.
Go for it. Okay.
Without interruption.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm getting eyes.
Okay. Or, you know, like the planet Umbara that has virtually no sunlight. It's all reliant on, like, you know, phosphorescence, you know, to see. So all of their, you know, all of the inhabitants on Umbara, they have to, you know, they're typically people that can't exist on a planet where there's sun, because they just can't tolerate it. You know, you could go on and on with this, you know, even like Hoth is a great example of this. Yeah, there's atmosphere, but it's not livable, not without extreme consideration, you know, like the Rebel base. Similar planets being, you know, Ilum, or, well, no, Ilum's the only one I could think of off the top of my, no,
there's a third one I know.
Pantora, no, not Pantora, Orta Plutonia.
Is it Hoth just Canada?
Plutonia and Orto. No, it's not. But yeah, but you know, there's, you know, some of these areas, they don't necessarily support human life. I do believe there are probably a couple of planets that, you know, they visit, at least in like Clone Wars. I cannot remember them off the top of my head, because they visit a shit ton of planets in Clone Wars that actually do not have the atmosphere to sustain the actual, like, they don't have air for humans to breathe.
Yeah, they got to keep coming down with rebreathers and shit.
Rebreathers, or even full protective gear, depending on the planet that they're on. So really, it's there's a lot more variety once you get out of the movies in terms of where you can go.
Like different planetary environments and the likes. Like Hoth was a great example. Like, you can't, even with protective gear, it's ill-advised you stay out longer than a few hours at a time. You go back to your air-conditioned base.
And if you go, or your heated base.
It's got to come with heating. And if you're out there in, you know, in the buff, you know, you're dead in an hour.
Especially if you're out there at night. Because that's the thing. None of their patrols are during the night. If you watch the movies, none of them, because it's deadly.
And that's why they even have the whole plot point in the movie of, you know, them having to shut the blast doors and just close the base up so none of the fucking cold gets in.
You don't have to tell them.
Yeah, no, well, I am. I always freeze to death just warming up my car.
Hola. ¿Cómo está? That's fine. I should have muted myself.
All right, let's move on.
Right. Okay. So science fiction's better. So I don't want to exclude Jaden out of a second topic. So Jaden, go ahead and let me know if we should skip this one. But this is more specifically about multiplayer games. No, you know about this one. Okay, I can.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you understand. Multiplayer game metas. The metas in video games. So a great example is like any MMO that features PvP. Like some classes are going to be better than others. Yeah, Paladin, World of Warcraft, that's always going to be meta. Guild Wars 2, it's always going to be Necromancer and Guardian. In terms of like Call of Duty or Halo or something like that, you have you know, weapons that just completely underperform. You know, they're mechanically shit, or their numbers just aren't good enough. And you know, the game devs keep trying to, you know, balance shit out and try to make things that are underpowered more powered, or things that are overpowered less powered. And of course, certain class mechanics, like in World of Warcraft, for example, you're always going to want like a different kind of healer over another kind of healer or something like that. We could talk about why metas in multiplayer games are good and bad, what it could possibly mean for the future, how exactly we can go ahead and fix that, and we can even don't know why I said we can even. There's nothing else to elaborate on that. So, Jaden, if
What
you
is
don't
up?
mind, go ahead and start us off on this topic. Multiplayer game metas, the meta in video games, and all that stuff. Multiplayer games.
Okay, so for me in like first person shooters, regarding this is specifically around like weapons and stuff, I am all right with having certain weapons being overpowered than other one, or not overpowered, but like some weapons being better than others, because that's just how things are. Like that's like, so obviously something is going to be better than another, but I really like it when games are able to level out two different weapons as being for example, like top tier weapons, or maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that, so they have more than one choice for like a primary weapon that may be something like super overpowered or something like that. And like I really enjoy when they have like different like variants where it's like there's like the class of like mid weapons that are just whatever, you could just, if you pick it up it's good, whatever, and like shittier weapons and stuff like that. But I specifically like it in a way where you start off with like everyone starts off with like the same weapon, and you have to go out of your way to get those more OP like weapons and stuff. This is really seen a lot in like Halo, and I like how they do that a lot. And but I wish for Halo specifically they would have more weapons that are like equally good as each other. For example, like there's only one rocket launcher, or well, I mean there is things that have like explosive stuff and all that, or all that would seem OP that really isn't. But like I want there to be like the fucking plasma cannon or whatever the fuck it's called from like the Halos beforehand and shit. Where you have more than one rocket launcher from choice that may or may not be a little bit like less effective than others, but like they're also there on the top tier kind of like weapon that you would choose, and something like that, like I like having a variety, but I do think that there should be like somewhat of a meta, just not one specific thing being that meta, like multiple things having like a meta that you could choose from, like having like an actual like choice on like the more OP weapon or the more OP characters, or like all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? I know that's kind of like a very broad like way to put it, but I like when there is a meta, but it's not just a meta, it's like there's metas, like there's multiple type stuff.
Okay. Kayla, what do you think? You play MMOs, you play RPGs? What are your thoughts?
Oh god, you realize when I'm playing MMOs, I'm playing for RP, not for PvP.
Well, it can't just be PvP, but it can also be like PvE. Like, for example, let's take Star Wars: The Old Republic, for example. You're playing you made a bounty hunter, so so you might get a feel for this if you ever take an interest in raiding. People are never going to pick you. They're always either going to pick the Juggernaut or the Assassin. They're never going to pick the bounty hunter. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, you know why? Because the Juggernaut's a tank.
The bounty hunter has a tank class too, tank spec too.
Yeah, but it's not really
the shield tank. Yes, it is.
Like
Shut up.
Tank DPS.
It's tank. It's Phil. See me tank.
Just because you can tank it does not mean most people tank it.
Most people play Bounty Hunter tend to do mercenary, but there are an awful lot of power techs.
Yeah, no, the shield tech spec is a tanking spec.
But again, not a lot of people
game,
pick shield tech.
Yeah, I know, and it's stupid because it's really good.
So basically, Bounty Hunter as a class gets lumped in as DPS.
It's the most fun. And it looks the most badass too.
Oh, yeah, no, really, it does.
You got a grappling hook to pull motherfucker's statue?
Although, you know, honestly, Jake, I haven't done raids in the longest time. So I really can't. Jake, I haven't played the Old Republic in 3 years.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, she really doesn't do MMOs all too much.
Fuck me, but like the meta in that game, like the way they set up the tanks differently. Like one tanks with the shield tech. You got the Juggernaut, which is a sort of like more heal focused
No,
you know.
Juggernaut is not.
Juggernaut is mitigation focused. Are you fucking
Juggernaut
dumb?
is Sith
No, hold on.
warrior.
No, yeah, I know. Juggernaut is absolutely recovery based. It has
It's
some
not
skills. It has
heals-based.
some predetermined. It has some like you gotta before damage comes in. It's got some of that, but honestly, Assassin does better at that. Assassin's got different types of defenses against hard defenses against different types of damage. That's the mitigation tank.
I've screenshotted the fucking way that my shield's set up on the Assassin. 88% shield chance with fucking 97% mitigation.
Yes, and the skills that come with an Assassin are skills that sort of hardline against different damage types. That is mitigation. The Juggernaut
That's the way I've built. That is me smoogling the club.
Okay, fine, sure, whatever. I'm not
This is why I
saying
can't
that,
talk about this.
But what I'm saying is Assassin has the skills in their toolkit to hardline mitigate against specific damage types depending on what encounter they're involved in. Juggernaut, however, does not have as hard of damage mitigations. Sure, they have a skill in their toolkit that allows them to mitigate some damage, but most of it is from I can't remember the skill, but it recovers health upon taking damage. They are recovery tanks.
No comment. I have no idea what's happening.
I told you I can't talk about this.
Right. So the way that the tank classes are set up to handle different encounter types.
The only reason I'm not talking right now is because I'm letting Kayla have her turn to talk. Otherwise, I would be ramming down your throat right now.
Well, I was just trying to get out my point and whatever, and then you just kept interrupting me. Jesus. Fuck. I need more coffee.
Yeah. Now you know why I've got another glass, huh?
That's why I have a bottle. Filled with too much G.
Any additional thoughts, Kayla?
I mean, aside from the fact that I've now said twice, I am not qualified to talk about this.
All right. Okay. Off to the Smoogler tank. Keep in mind it's about the meta, Phil. Keep in mind it's about metas. It's not about your personal builds and your personal approach to tanking or healing or anything like that. No, we're talking about the meta.
Yeah, I'm aware.
There we go.
Okay, I'm aware that smugglers aren't supposed to tank, but I do it better than majority of tanks. I'm aware that I'm not meant to be the best fucking healer in the game when I'm playing a goddamn officer, but I still make it so anyway. All right. Well, not bad.
Wire meta is good. Wire meta is bad. What can be done about leaving certain approaches to encounters off the table?
Here's my take on metas. People will always find the path of least resistance. It's a law of physics. It's a law of fucking life. Everyone is going to go for the path of least resistance, and they're always going to find the easiest way to do whatever the fuck job they are thinking of. I don't think it's good when everyone has figured out that there's only, one thing that's the easiest, or rather not that there's only one thing that's the easiest, but everyone has figured out, everyone has figured out, oh, assassin tanks are the only tanks that are worth anything. We don't need any of the other tanks. That kind of shit is just dumb.
Oh, perfect timing. Thank you.
Yeah, great.
And I don't think there's really a way to get rid of it, but all you can do is try to, which majority of games try to do, but it's hard. It's hard to do. You can never really accomplish balancing all the options equally with one another. You just can't. It's never going to happen. That being said, I don't ever fucking pay attention to the meta.
Right, here we go.
Off to my own tangent.
There we go. Yeah.
That's all. No, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, fair. I thought you'd have more to say.
I have more to say, but I'm not going to say anything because it's not the purview of the question. Fuck you.
Fine. Fucking go ahead and start fucking master fucking secret build curator. Go ahead and tell me about how you smuggler everything. How about that?
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, fine. You mean how the fuck? Okay.
I actually do want you to talk about
the question. Would this be a good time for me to go take a piss?
It's a good time for me to get coffee.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Piss
I'm
time.
kidding.
I'll be back.
Fine.
If we could take a breather, this is the most hostile podcast that we've had so far, and I love it so much.
This is the most hostile podcast? I don't think so.
No. Yeah, this is quite
that was
tame.
last week. That was last week.
Yeah, because we didn't have our babysitters around. See, stepmom wasn't around to, you know, fucking pull us into line.
It's true. It's true.
But wait, does that mean that she's my stepmother? So wait, what does that make? I mean, I suppose Gypsy would be the stepmother as well, but
Phil,
no, not for. I am confused. I am horrendously confused.
Are you the one
And
who's
I'm gonna
daddy
end
still?
this. I'm gonna end this with boom, ba-da-ba-dom, ba-da-ba-dom.
Kayla, did you see the 3 steps of backtracking you did there?
I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna hurt him.
You backtracked so hard. I've never seen
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna hurt you.
You're making this weird.
There's-
Yeah, Phil makes everything
That's gonna
weird.
be death.
Phil, I can't save you.
Sorry, children.
See, Jake knows. Jake knows better than to interfere with me on this one.
No, I'm good. Kayla can kill me. I'm not. I'm just Phil. I can't take that damage. You can't heal that damage. Goodbye, Phil. Nice knowing you, man. I'll run impulse from here. Oh Christ. Okay, so game metas are shit. Right, so here comes one of the fun parts of the podcast. We're gonna try and make a game of making sense of the nonsense that I've somehow implemented in this list.
Jesus, Mary, Joseph again.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for this. This is my favorite part of the podcast.
Were you there to see what I'd written down last week?
No.
Okay, so what I'd written down last week was chicken leg syndrome. That was the first one. The second one was mode.
Water.
Just
Fuck.
mode 4
I should have
times.
did that when I was taking a piss. I will do the sip here.
The
in a
third
minute.
one was deaf person handies counts as oral.
Also, welcome to the stream.
And the fourth one is
Hope you have a
politicians
good
are
time
poop.
with the podcast.
Anybody hear that noise?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Phil.
Wait, what? Wait. What's happening here? I'm confused. Did he?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Wait. Okay. So did Phil do the?
Yes.
Okay. Because I have a sound alert on my Twitch, and I thought it was that crazy. I was like, wait.
That's even better.
How did you do that?
I have virtual audio cables.
He swapped his input to his. He used his desktop audio as his input instead of his mic.
Oh my god.
That is amazing. Okay, so the four nonsense things I've written down on this list for this week is the first item is lol boobs.
Oh.
I feel
I
like
like
that
that
should
one.
go to the horny bard, not gonna lie. Continue.
The next item on the list is Phil is an absolute unit and he will, at some point, refer to his pee-pee at this remark.
Also truth.
Yeah, see, I called it, now he can't say it. I called it. The third item on this list is aggressively loving yourself. Where the fuck did I come up with this?
How do you not remember every time? I don't
I
understand.
don't know. Just fucking. I don't know how
Like you
these
think
things
that
get here.
one podcast there's gonna be like absolutely nothing for those, but like no, there's
Jaden,
always
you have to
like
remember
4 topics.
what state we live in.
I don't know.
We live in one of the states where pot is
Oh
legal.
yeah.
Christ. Jaden, you have smooth brained 3 times this podcast.
I forgot what state you lived in. I'm sorry.
Are
Not
you
all
keeping
states are
count?
cool. Okay, Minnesota, be cool,
Are we-
please.
Are we meant to dox all of y'all? Because I feel like we're like half a step away from saying okay. What are your house addresses?
My latitude and longitude is.
Let's not give away our locations to the Chinese.
Yeah.
And the fourth item. And the fourth item on this list is Darth Vader style. No. So, good luck. Make sense of all that.
I hate you all so much.
Go ahead and make sense of all that if you can. Phil, your item is Darth Vader style. No.
I feel like you put that there when I was, when we were having that discussion in in Elite Dangerous, and
Welcome
taking
to
on
Raiders.
bounties and
Thank
shit.
you so much for
Yes.
the raid. I hope you guys enjoy the last portion of
You
this
were killed by Captain
podcast.
Nishami,
We
or
are
Commander
talking about
Nishami.
nonsense
Yeah.
bullshit that Jake put in the script.
Because
So
you gave a no.
yeah, hell yeah. I'm not
then,
going to talk to the
despite
chat
the friendly
too
fire,
much,
and
but
me
I will
saying,
mute my mic.
"What?
And
You fucking killed me!"
so-
You're like, "No."
attention back to Phil.
And then, as it turns out, yes, your fucking laser was on auto target. You piece of shit. Yeah,
That was
So
funny.
he was a team killing fucktard.
yeah. He's a team, exactly. He's a team killing fucktard, and he cost
Kayla, I appreciate these
38
Redverse
million
remarks.
fucking credits.
Kayla, I really appreciate these Red vs. Blue references. Keep it up. That's fucking awesome.
Hey, I'm a pop culture nerd. I will reference you.
I got you.
Whenever.
I got you. Okay, Kayla, your thing is Phil is an absolute unit, and he will at some point refer to his PP at this remark.
You mean aside from the fact that it's
That makes sense of
true?
it. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know, Jake. You're his husband, so something tells me you were thinking about it.
I don't know why I was thinking about his PP.
You're his husband. That's why.
Jaden. Moving swiftly on.
Oh, you can't avoid that question, Jake. No, you have to go into it.
No, I do not. Jaden, lol boobs.
Yes, thank you for giving this one to me. Okay, so of course, as Jake was writing his script and watching Pornhub at the exact same time, he
Wait, hold on.
was like,
Well, that would also
"Aha,
be my
funny
stuff to edit.
boobs," or the scene from Ted when they draw Garfield on a pair of titties. Lol.
Well,
boobs.
your first answer was a little closer to the don't, Phil.
I heard that sound. Something's gonna happen. Should have seen it. Dude, you gotta be our soundboard from now on.
No, he muted us during that. He muted us, so it's not on the stream.
Yep.
Oh,
I
it's all
knew
over
that. I
mine.
knew what was coming. And I'm gonna give myself aggressively
What was
loving myself.
coming?
Okay, so a
Wink.
piece of advice I'd given to my wife and to whom it may concern: always doubt everything except for yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else. Treat yourself kindly, trust yourself, and go forward with what you are telling you.
And love yourself aggressively.
Love yourself aggressively. What, did you think I was going to make some sort of masturbation joke?
I was thinking about it.
I know
I
you
was
were.
waiting for you to make that. I was waiting for you to
Everyone
say that.
was.
No, I made a positive spin on it because that was nice and wholesome and clean and family friendly and motivational.
You're not.
Masturbation
Fuck
jokes,
Oh,
This is what I have to deal with.
We're almost done. We're almost done, Kayla. Your torment will come to an end.
This podcast was actually designed to make Kayla specifically suffer.
Oh yeah.
A
Oh,
day
That
will
was my
come
idea from the
when
start.
When I actually go see Jake and I beat the shit out of him.
It's true. It's true. She will kill me. Phil, if you don't hear from me again, and for some reason Kayla calls you from prison, you know.
You seem to think that I won't get away with it. Let's remember who's the better imposter.
She
I have to
is
go.
right, you know.
Among Us.
I have to go. I'm needed at this thing somewhere else.
I'm
now.
sure.
She is absolutely right about
She is the
that,
group's
you know?
best imposter.
Yeah.
She is the group's best imposter. And then last
Although,
question
look,
of the podcast.
Look, you
Never
know
mind.
what happens in prison though.
No. I only had to hear the one note. That's it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Phil, get off Pornhub.
I'm not on it.
You probably found like a soundbite on YouTube or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Nice. So here's going back to where we all started with video games. With our final question.
Yeah.
What is a game you thought you would enjoy, but you actually ended up hating? Let's start with Jaden on this one.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, give me some time.
Yeah.
Kayla.
Yeah.
Kayla, you got some?
I don't.
Star Wars: The Old
think
Republic
any-
doesn't count.
I wasn't going to use the Old Republic actually, but go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna open up the Steam. I need to
Um,
actually look at the games.
in addition to playing the classic RPGs and shit, I also I'm a very big Nancy Drew fan, and the last game was a disappointment.
The last game? They have
Yeah.
multiple games?
32
Yeah.
or 33.
33.
They've been making them for about 20
games?
years. Yes, they've been making them since the late 90s.
Who the fuck has been buying them outside of Kayla?
That's actually quite a big following. When I was doing my capstone project, Jake, and I was redesigning the UI, I got like nearly 300 responses to my initial survey of Nancy Drew fans.
Huh. I mean, I read the books when I was a wee lad, but
Yeah, no, the last game was just a piece of shit.
damn, okay. Phil, a game you thought you would love to play, you ended up playing it, and you ended up hating it.
Sea of Thieves.
Ooh.
I can actually relate to that a tiny bit.
Facts.
Like I like it. All the things in the game should equate to enjoyment, but it just doesn't.
There's way too much sailing time.
No, I don't mind that. I love the sailing time.
It's like pump
I love having to fuck around with the ships and all. I love that. There's just nothing else. It's like the combat is bland. No, the combat is bland.
Combat is pretty bland, yeah.
Kind of one note. Trying to find shit and treasure and all that. There's just not really a whole lot to do with it. Like I had a much better time in Atlas, where you have to physically build a ship and whatever. Okay, sure, add whatever mass you want. Great, grand cannons, sure, go for it. And then once you actually set sail, you can have big ship-to-ship battles. You can decide, fuck that, I don't want to do that. I want to go dive to the bottom of the ocean in the dark, briny depths and salvage shit.
Yep.
You could go off onto islands. You could do whatever the hell you want. I just Sea of Thieves just could not get me.
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that, but I do have to come up with my own answer. In the meantime, while I do that, Jaden, you got something. A game you ended up playing, thought you'd enjoy it, but ended up hating it.
Yes, but I'm gonna start out with I do agree somewhat with Sea of Thieves, but I'm not gonna go fully into that because I didn't play it enough to actually get like a super good opinion on it. But for me, the one thing that did turn me off from that game was the fact that I was playing with people that were a lot better at the game than I was and had way more experience, and I was just there to like help and stuff. So I was just like, okay, we going this direction now. Awesome. Why do we have to go back? Because we do. What does this mean? I don't understand. And it was pretty much just that the entire time. And yeah, it was. I just had a bad experience with it. But a game that I would say that I was disappointed with, that I was happy, that I thought was going to be amazing. And I say disappointed because I don't hate it. I would play it again probably, but I don't know. I can't see it happening anytime soon. Back for Blood. I played the entire like storyline through, and after that I was like, through that I thought it was awesome. Killing zombies is fucking amazing. That's great, but when it's just killing zombies on the same on the same maps over and over again, it does kind of get like it's a little stale, and it's just like, I don't know. I had super high expectations for it, and that's probably what made it so I didn't really like it that much.
I do have a more mainstream answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Avengers.
Oh, okay,
Marvel's
the
Avengers.
PlayStation one. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was, there was so much hype about that, and then you get into it, and it is just a very long slog. It's very tedious. There's, and I hate that's like half the time you're looking at these characters talking, and there's like no catchlights in their eyes, so they just look dead. The way that they stare, or like it's sometimes it's just little things like like you'll see Kamala Khan practicing like warming up in the Quinjet, and she's doing this, and I'm like, woman, you are gonna break your wrist. Or no, she's just doing this,
But
she's
don't
like
forget that you need to include her facial expression too.
yeah, I mean it's just like it's not well done, especially given all the expectations for this franchise and the fact that it looks like they're using like the B-rated versions of the cinematic characters for their face references, and it's just like
Yeah, no, like for legit for the character models and that, they are not using the Marvel's Disney Marvel's Avengers. They're using the Avengers from like that 1980 movie.
Wait, hold up. Let me look. I need to look at a picture of this.
I'm okay with Widow and I'm okay with Bruce, but that's about it.
Okay, I have an answer. It's actually not an FPS. I'm gonna go ahead and say Neverwinter.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I actually did play that game. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Phil and I went ahead and we tried out Neverwinter together. We lasted a total of when we decided to play it
this is the Avengers
give it a serious try. He lasted about
Look at how
2 days.
this
I lasted
looks.
about 3.
Look at your boy
lasted about
Iron
10
Man.
hours total.
Yeah. Lady Stormwind! Hey! Makimi, big shout out to Makimi. What a fucking legend. What a fucking legend. Thank you, Kayla.
Big
I don't know why you did that.
Good occasion, you know that.
I hear you. I was there for a day. Yeah,
yes.
Gypsy was there for a day. I remember.
For a day too, yeah.
Yeah, no. So I tried Neverwinter. I got to level 20. I did a few runs, tanked and all that good stuff. I did damage. Combat system was pretty cool. But other than that, I just after I don't know about 6 dungeon runs, I was just like, I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
I'm not having fun at all.
That's the point that I hit after I did my first dungeon run. Yeah, mind you, I was playing Bard. I completely loved the class and the mechanics. They had me gripped, but the actual game was like, as soon as I get bored with the class, what's left here for me?
The best part of it was the combat for me. That was pretty cool. But anything outside of that, it was like no, because I played the I played a barbarian. It was pretty awesome. I played a fighter, subclass barbarian. The hits felt impactful. The mechanics were pretty fun. I liked being able to, dodge around and run around and just go ham and go big and angry and attack super fast and you just put out all the numbers that no one else could do. And then, the hits felt heavy. You could hear the bones crunching. It sounded very meaty. It was nice. Basically my ASMR. But it wasn't enough to hold me through literally everything else. And it looked like, even though there was like a hard cap on the level, it looked like another gear grind, and I was not down for that. With unimaginably restrictive time gates, I wasn't feeling it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna have fun with this. I'm not gonna have fun with this at all. I'm dropping this. I'm uninstalling. Where the fuck is my refund? Okay, no refund. That's fine. I don't want to play anyway. Fuck off. You're never getting that up again.
That's kind of a bit of a surprise topic we can bring up. Time gates in games.
Ooh, absolutely useless. I hate them. They do nothing but force the player to stick around for a little bit longer because they can't think of anything else to hold the player's interest. That's my answer. Say, for example, you've got to craft some armor, right?
Okay.
6 different pieces. You can only craft the subcomponents you need to craft this armor once a day. So you're stuck waiting 6 days, 12 days if they require 2 of these components, 18 days if they require 3 of them.
I mean,
all that good stuff.
In fairness, in terms of like UX design, it's a great way to ensure that your target audience not only comes back, but also, they might, like it's the same thing with like daily chests and shit. Not only do you come back to collect, but that it also means that then the controls remain fresh in your mind because you're like, I might as well play for a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's
it's a great UX trick, but
I like daily rewards. I don't like time gates that restrict me from doing.
Well, no, but that's the point. Is that it's the same idea. Yeah. It's meant to keep you on longer so that you forget less about how the game operates because you have to keep coming back and playing.
It's just meant to manipulate you into coming back day after day after day after day.
Well, I get that there's a commonality in that end game.
Yeah, no, but it's a bit of a Pavlovian trick, if you will, because if you come back day after day after day after day, then it's just going to become a part of your routine. And when you don't do it, it's going to be like your morning coffee. You're going to realize, wait, so something's off here. What am I missing? What haven't I done? So something doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Until you go have the coffee or until you go log in, then yeah.
Wait,
it's horrible, and I don't like it.
Oh, he's answering now. That's it.
That is my answer.
I thought he was just explaining something. Okay, Jaden, what do you think?
About the time gates?
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, okay, yeah. So one of the biggest things that I have seen time gates in recently was with Genshin, and they did do a thing where there is
in a single player RPG. That's right, Phil. Time gates in a single player RPG.
Yeah, it's a thing where you have to get these like little there's these little like moon crescent things. I forgot what they were called. You would use them for
Luna something or another's. Yeah.
You would use them for like domains, and then you could also do daily commissions, which was all right, but it was like I wish you could do like just do like regular smaller commissions whenever the fuck you wanted or some shit, but it is what it is. But it would these two things combined would put you into like a thing where like, okay, I got to do this once a day and then do it every day to get the max amount of whatever out of this, and the reason I stopped playing Genshin was a little bit, I mean, there was other reasons, but was partially because of that, because every time I would stream it, I would always go in order from commissions, then domains, and that would take up a percentage amount of time, and then after that I was like, okay, what else do I want to do? And then sometimes I'd get stuck on that, and it's like, I don't know. I think I don't know. It's, you can get around like the domain thing by using like by crafting certain material to get these crescent things or whatever, and I don't know. No one ever does it, so I mean, no one does it often. And I just, I don't know. I thought that was pretty dumb. I have a bad experience with time gates, and I'm sure a lot of people do as well.
Speaking of Genshin, I completely forgot actually that it's Chinese New Year, and given that the Chinese government is inevitably going to
New Year. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. And given that the Chinese government is inevitably going to own Australia at some point or another, I feel that I should say for our Mandarin watchers, Gung Xie Fa Zi, and for our Cantonese listeners, Gung Xie Fa Choi.
Good job. High five.
Hooray.
Well done. Jaden, by the way, I really like the frame rate in your camera, Jaden. That's really awesome. You gotta send me what you got, man.
Thank you. Well, I got Logitech C920. I'll send it to you after.
Thanks.
Or I could just send it right
No,
now.
send me your actual camera. I don't
Oh, okay, I got you. I'll give you my camera for about like $1,000 ish.
No, in the chat. Does China not own us all? I don't know, give it about a decade.
Yeah.
A decade? Okay.
Give it about a decade, and that's how you'll be saying New Year to each other. Yeah. God, let's not discuss the fucking Ukraine border right now. God,
let's not.
Just go hit the fan.
I don't know why you brought it up. What the fuck?
Yeah, for fuck's sake, Phil.
Because I'm inappropriate.
Because you are inappropriate. You're gonna shut down our Twitch
political
operation
stuff.
here.
I can't do this.
Stop. No.
Yes.
That's
Anyway,
so
what's our next
bad.
topic?
No, that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
My words.
We're record breaking. We usually go for 2 hours and to an hour.
That's it, I guess.
Yeah, 2 hours 20 minutes, 2 hours 30, 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We made
We're
record
already
breaking
above
time
the 2 hour mark.
we're at an hour and 53 minutes in. That's our new
Because
record.
everybody was late.
Yeah.
I was late. Yeah, true. And for the same reason that Phil was playing some audio clips earlier. I did say something came up.
Oh, something came up.
It's your fucking schedule.
Oh.
It's not my schedule, it's his schedule.
You agreed to it.
I did.
You agreed to it,
like I
and
had
you're the
other-
person who has the keys to the
She's
stream.
got you there. She's got you there.
No. Something
You
did come up,
agreed to
and
it,
I
and
did
you have the
apologize.
keys to the stream.
It's
for
true.
fuck's
I
sake,
do.
man.
Yes, and so does he. He just can't stream because he lives in Australia. But that's that aside. No. I did apologize for being late. I've said my piece. I don't need to be roasted for this.
I think
And look,
that we
okay,
didn't have
on
as
the
much.
topic of something coming up, and perhaps
what I was gonna say
some way
then,
for
I
us
guess.
to and that. Oh, okay, go on.
I was gonna say the reason we aren't at 2 hours and 30 to 40 minutes is because we didn't hear Phil sing like 5 different songs, whole gig.
We also
Why did
don't
you
have Gypsy.
put that out there? Yeah, we also don't have Gypsy. Yeah.
I love
I do
love
not
Phil singing.
apologize at all for the fact that Jaden is underage.
I'm not
What the
underage.
Fuck did that come from?
I'm 19.
I do
I'm putting
not
that out there.
apologize at all.
I mean, in some ways, you are underage, Jaden.
Oh yeah, underage to drink alcohol and go to strip clubs. Okay.
You know what? I just yeah. Well, that and depending on where you are in the world.
All right, dudes. If y'all enjoyed the
Phil.
video,
Oh wait.
Hold on, Phil. You had one more thing to say, or was that it?
That was it.
Okay.
nice.
I thought we were gonna make a big announcement or something. So I would like to make a big announcement.
Oh. Go on.
I don't know.
Punchline.
I was waiting for something to come to my head, but it never came. Never mind. No big announcement.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me a minute here. Where are we at? No, hold on. Got a minute to voice. When I'm done actively.
Yes. Okay. No. Context first. So people understand. So Phil had asked me if I had a minute to voice chat or whatever, and he is now reading out of straight out of the DMs I have with him on Discord. With that context established, Phil, proceed and go ahead and let people know who is saying what before each line.
Jesus
Me.
Christ.
Go ahead.
Got a minute to voice. Jake, or Yake, as we called him yesterday. When I'm done actively ripping my asshole via aggressively
this
trying
on
to break my toilet with feces, I'm pooping solid fecal bullets with the force of a 357 Magnum. Send hell.
That's a lot of poop. A lot of fast poop.
Yeah.
And Jake said that?
Yep, Jake said that.
Wow. How can such a tiny man have so much poop in him?
And Kayla has covered
I
herself.
hate you all. I hate you all so much.
Oh,
Why do you hate
Poop,
me?
dick, and fart jokes are the best, okay?
Kid, I have been nothing but kind. She doesn't buy it. I would buy it.
Kayla, what I have to say to that is it's very simple.
Hey, it's me! Hi!
Yeah.
Woo! Oh.
Hey, kick him
You
out.
know. Gypsy in chat, look, I had to hear it first last night. Phil read it to me over voice. Whoops. All right, that's it for the podcast. That's it for the podcast. Ah.
It was legit so hilarious though that I actually read it out to Kayla before stream too. So
Wait, was that your outro? That's it?
No,
I guess
no,
not.
no. I thought you were doing your.
No,
outro.
he has to do his auctioneer outro.
I'm doing my outro first?
Yeah.
I was
Wait,
waiting for
do
you
you
to
have to-
do your...
Why am I doing my outro first?
I don't know. That's
someone's
just what
doing
I
their
thought
outro.
happens.
Do your outros.
Do you want me to do mine?
Be professional.
Mine or... Okay, Jake, it's up to you. Mine or yours? Which one do you want to do first?
Go first.
Me first. Okay. All right, dudes. If y'all enjoyed this content, be sure to check out all the,
All right,
the
ladies and
social links in the
gentlemen, thank you
about
for visiting
section.
the Impulse Squared
Or
podcast.
if you're
There's
watching
some
this on
video
YouTube,
links.
you
Go ahead
can
and type
look in the
exclamation point
description
YouTube
and
for the
see
link
all
to
the
that.
social
You can
links
look
and
at the videos.
the
Visit the
charity
description.
stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one, and be sure to stay frosty. Also, check out Impulse. Impulse is in the bio, or fuck, the about section and description if you're watching on YouTube. Okay.